just about ready to go. Our starter in this one, Hunter Brown.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it hits the fence. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double to start the game.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Late swing fouled off. 0-2 now. The rare K for Mookie. So now it's Freddie Freeman. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Very humble guy, and, you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boogie's. You know, just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is
that's off
hit
the plate.
Ball to left center field. Drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. That's
Nope,
off the mark.
that's a ball.
And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up. Pena sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And there's
Ball
the
one.
ball. Liner, and this could be trouble. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He'll score easily. Now around second, going for third. And he's got an RBI triple.
Comes through with the RBI. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Myers squeezes it, and that's the third out. Back here at Daikin Park, and today's starter, Shohei Ohtani.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, James Wood. And that misses, and that's ball 1. Right there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect
1 ball,
location right
2
on
strikes.
the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
The throw to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Swings and misses. 0-1.
0-1's the count. Nope, ball 1.
And now
That's a
2-1.
ball.
Betts jumps, throws, it's there,
Oh.
and that's a great play.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Kim throws to first, and the Astros put down. Back here in Houston, all set for the start of the inning. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Brown,
0-1.
a righty that throws with power. 26 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2019. And they get Edman for the out. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hye-Sung Kim. And
Ball
that
1.
misses. And it's 1-0. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
1 ball.
This guy's got
2
such
strikes.
a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the
3.
Got him swinging. The batter now will be Will Smith. First
Nope,
offering,
that's
and it
inside.
just misses. 2 out, space is empty. That one fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive.
What do you
Checks
got?
his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing, says Freddie Ferguson. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Sneaks through, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels...
Oh, look at this. The throw to first,
Safe.
and he beats it. Everyone's safe. So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. First
Ball.
pitch misses. 2 aboard, 2 outs. In the air, left field, down the line. And
No, that's
that
a foul
is
ball.
a foul ball.
Ball, that's
Outside
out.
with a breaking ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That
That's
one
ball
missed.
3.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you
A very surprising intentional walk here from the dugout. That loads the bases. So bases all loaded up. And now the shortstop, Mookie Betts. Swings through that one. The Dodgers threatening.
0-1's the count.
Fly ball down the line. And that's the 3rd out. Back here at Dyken Park, Singy, these fans are used to watching good baseball. The Astros won the AL West last season
Ball
for
1.
the 4th year in a row.
Yeah,
Ball
they kept
1, no
the
strikes.
division run alive, but their streak of 7 straight appearances in the ALCS was snapped.
88 wins last year was enough for another Astros division title, though.
Yeah, that surprised me, Bruce.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. So he goes yard to left. And we're level. It's 1-1.
Got it.
And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. Check swing, called strike.
0-1.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
0-2's the count.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Got him looking. 2 down. So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. And
Ball
ball 1. Next over in there for a strike. And the count even at 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Did he go?
Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he held up. He makes the grab, and that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Brown back to work. And the first
Ball,
pitch
that's just
misses
out.
for ball 1. Line drive, that's a base hit out into left center field. Now he'll turn for second. Well, he thought about two, but he's back to first safely. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1. He tripled in his first trip. Foul ball there. Swing and miss.
2.
And it's 0-2.
So hard to
0-2.
touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. It looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And there's the strike.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got it. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And here comes Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1. And it one hops the wall. One runs in.
Wastes no time there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Next to hit, Hesung Kim. Reaches, but can't haul it in. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. Down to third, and he gets back safely. And they tag him out. Will Smith to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In the air, left field, down the line. And that is that. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Vic Caratini at the plate. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. And the pitch. Cut on and lifted in the air. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Outman under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. And that one finds its way through.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Throw on to Freeman. That's out number 3. New inning getting started. And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
You know, these
0-1's the count.
Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job
No
of
balls,
working the
2
pitch
strikes.
count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
3.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Foul ball.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Diaz takes it himself. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Here's Mookie Betts. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Diaz makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here at Dyken Park, ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the DH, Yordan Alvarez. Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Isaac Paredes now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Outside
1-0.
low, and that is ball one. All right, Singer, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani.
That's
Go back
ball
to
two.
May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Up the middle, bats up with it. Handles, throws
Out.
to first. Already two gone here in the home fourth. Jeremy Pena will hit next.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand.
Hey!
The way it comes out of his
0-1.
hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Packed house here at Dyken Park. In the air, center field. Edman in position. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Inside.
Off the plate, ball one.
1-0. Freeman goes 6 feet 5 inches, 35 years old, and he was a second
Ball,
round
that's in.
pick back in 2007. 2-0 to count. Here it comes. Now a screamer into the outfield. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Tap foul at the plate.
Did he
Starting
go?
after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. Didn't go. And now 2
Nope,
balls and a
inside,
strike.
ball two.
Fastball
Hey!
for a strike.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
3.
And misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. 0 for 2 in this one. And that
That's
one
a
misses
ball.
up and in. Ball one. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way. And they boost their lead. It's 4-1. To third. Oh, nice play. Over to first. He's in there. Runner on at first with one gone. And stepping in is the speedy
Hey!
Sun Kim. Clips the corner. It's
0-1's the
0-1.
count.
Popped in the air. Left field. And there's 2 down. And up to the plate is Will Smith. 1 for 2. Hard hit left side. They get the force. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here in Houston, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first, heading for 2. Not in time.
He's safe.
That's a leadoff double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Edman makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely
Nope,
at third
safe.
with one out. Victor Caratini up next for the Astros. And a foul ball. Next
Ball.
offering upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
That's
Nope.
a little bit low. Wallner takes his lead at third with one away. That one
3-2.
missing inside. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Next to hit, Jake Myers. Flied to right his first time. And swing and a miss. 2 outs
0-1.
and a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. And it's fouled off. High fly ball out to center field. He's got it, and that is that. Back here in Houston, leading off, James Outman. Brown back to work. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
To the right side, Diaz. He'll do it himself.
He's out.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th. So the lineup flips over. And next for L.A., Shohei Ohtani. He has as... out in front with the swing, and that is strike
0-1.
one.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Bounced out to short, Pena. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Astros leadoff man, James Wood. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Astros, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times.
Ball
One
in.
thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away
2-1.
too many at-bats with easy outs.
That's his second hit of the day. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double, and his second hit.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel
That's a ball.
right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Man at second. Fouled off down the right side.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 4-3. And next will be the cleanup hitter. Sock Paredes. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Outman snags it for the second out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. And that one wrapped foul.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Betts. On to first.
He's out.
That's the inning. We go to the top of the seventh. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. And that's
No, that's
downstairs.
down.
And that's ball one. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front
2.
for strike 2.
That pitch
1 ball,
started in
2
and
strikes.
ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes.
2 balls,
and very
2
difficult,
strikes.
especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
3.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Astros go to the pen, and here comes Bobby Miller.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1's
that
the count.
time. And that
0-1.
is downstairs. And it's 1-1. Line drive. Wood hauls it in, 2 away. And now it's Max Muncy. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
0-2 is the count.
Hacks
3.
and misses. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. He was late there, strike 1.
This guy's
0-1's the
usually
count.
not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there.
Ball
We'll see if
1.
he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
High fly ball out towards left field. Hernandez should have this one. Makes the catch. 1 down. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Muncy whips it to first on the run.
He's
And
out.
Very nicely done for the out. So 2 down now, and here is Victor Caratini. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, I'm impressed
0-1.
with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead,
Hey,
this guy's not
2.
afraid to go right after these hitters.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one
First
got a
base.
piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And next to hit for Houston, Jake Myers. Fought off foul.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Caratini leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Throws to first
Got
in
him.
time. And that is that. We're at the top of the 8th. Tommy Edman at the plate. In the air, right side. Wallner has a beat on it. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Miller, the tall righty, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
He's in there.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Really nice job to take that inside pitch and pull it into the gap. He could have easily spun off of it.
Hey!
Just been tied up. He stayed short
0-1's
to
the
the
count.
baseball, and he was thinking triple right out of the box.
Inside,
Ball, catch inside.
just missed.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the
No,
baseball instead
inside.
of going to first base.
That
That's
one
ball
missing
3.
low.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline.
Aye.
Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Counts full.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. In comes some insurance as the runner scores from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. And now, Will Smith. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another
0-2.
breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball still 0-2. That one's
Ball.
upstairs, ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And up next for Los Angeles, James Outman. And first offering is fouled off.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
3.
3, and that's 2 in a row. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Brian King. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Swing and miss as he was late.
Well, if he's going to steal
0-1.
second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way.
No
so the hitter
balls,
can
2
focus
strikes.
on the pitch.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Brings it in, and that is that. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now the left fielder, James Wood. Here comes a pinch hitter for the Astros, Mauricio Dubon.
They're running out of time in this game, trying to get something started here.
Aye.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's
now
the count.
hard-throwing left-hander Josh Hader on the hill. And when you look at the start of Hader's career, pretty incredible. Arguably one of the top beginnings to a career for any reliever in history. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And that
Ball.
one is
That's
inside.
inside.
Edmonds sprinting for this one. And there's one down. Jose Altuve up to hit here. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Bats up with it. Fires across the diamond, and they get Altuve for the out. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
That one finds the corner, and the count is 0-2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, no problem.
Wow, that's strike 3. Back here at Dyken Park, now the number 2 hitter, Mookie Betts. And strike 1 to Mookie Betts.
Power
0-1's the
relievers,
count.
one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Check swing, but he went too
No
far.
balls, 2 strikes.
That is strike 2. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Up against the wall and brings it in. And here's Freddie Freeman.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process.
Ball, that's out.
He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very
Ball, that's
good
in.
at-bat.
That's inside.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some
outside.
base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
And there's a foul ball. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Three.
That one is a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swinging a foul straight back. And the 0-1. Ball one there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's in there. And it's 1 and 2.
1 ball,
2 down,
2 strikes.
nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. High fly ball down the left field line. And that is a foul ball.
3.
Swings and misses. Back here in Houston, bottom of the ninth. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes. Swinging a foul out of play. And strike 2.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him.
0-2 is the count.
And if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to
that's a
catch
ball.
up to, especially with that velocity.
That's down
Ball
and
2.
in. And
We
there's
got
the
a
ball.
full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, ranging back, way back, out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 5-4.
Counts 1-0.
The hit takes outside. And that is out of play.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And a count 1 and 2. 1-run game, bottom 9. Ground
Foul
ball right
ball.
side. And it's just foul. That was close. He's under it. Drops into the glove. And there's one down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone.
Hey.
You usually see a swing and miss or
0-1.
weak contact in the infield.
Inside corner for a strike. 0-2 now. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. Got him! And now 2 gone. And stepping in for the Astros, Yainer Diaz. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And he's in there for a strike. I believe that's the split.
0-1's the count.
Outside.
Ball, that's out.
Ball 1.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Freeman steps on the
He's
bag
out.
himself. Ball game. Ohtani with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll